Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be trading again with our pocket option, and of course I'm going to use this strategy again. I actually used this last week Monday, and the strategy is very powerful, and a lot of people actually testified to it. I received a lot of message telling me that the strategy works great. Alright, so I want to make another video on this again with a very full detailed explanation on how to use this strategy even effectively. So I've been using this for a couple of weeks and it was very powerful. It's a beginner friendly, and of course a professional too can use it very well. So but on this video I'll make sure I actually explain the very full details on what to say before you enter a trade using this strategy. All right, so over here we have a couple of indicators on this one. The first indicator we're using is called parabolic SAR. So if you actually click here on indicator part, you're definitely going to find it right here. So the second indicator we are using is called moving average, and of course the third one is another moving average. All right, it's just that we are using two moving average with one parabolic SAR. Right, so the first one is parabolic SAR. All you just have to do, the setting on the parabolic, the acceleration, the input, the acceleration is 0.05, right? While the maximum acceleration is 0.2. All right, the styles here actually change the color to this one part here. You can actually use the color you're cool with, but it's just what I use. And of course I make sure the dot line was thick on 2 pixels so that I can see them clearly. So when you don't hit save, the second indicator I use of course is moving average with an input of 24. All right, the moving average is EMA. The style right here is green, which I will actually advise you guys to use. All right, we are using green, and of course 2 pixels at the same time, so just hit save. The second one is another moving average with a period of 6. The moving average is EMA as well, and of course the style here is red. All right, we are using red on this one, and with 2 pixel thick line. So when you don't, just hit save. That's pretty much all you have to do. As you can see, I've actually set up my currency pairs. All right, I've actually set up my best currency pairs here. So guys, so right now I'm analyzing the market. So when I see a very good moment, I'll come down and take a trade, and of course I'm going to explain in details the reason why I entered that trade and what I say before I enter the trade. All right, so step what I'll be analyzing now, guys. So when I see the good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Okay guys, so I will take a trade on this. As you can see, the intersection happened here, and of course our parabolic is actually showing us up. So let me take the trade. So over here guys, I actually enter our trade on this one. The reason why I actually enter the trade is the fact that all you just have to look at while trading with this strategy, the first thing you need to look at is the intersection of the moving average. Make sure the first moving average, which is the green, and the red, the second one line actually intersect. Make sure they actually meet each other, they cross each other. Another thing you need to look at, the green moving average must be below. All right, I mean if you are taking a trade for call option, for buy, for high trade, if you are taking a trade to go up, so our green moving average must be below the red, while the red must be above it. Make sure seeing them heading up so good, and not only that, your parabolic SAR must be heading up very good, just like what is happening right now. As you can see right from the beneath, make sure your parabolic SAR is heading up in a very good position. All right, so after that, when you're seeing something like this, it will be a very good moment for you to enter a trade. All right, we actually end up in the money. The market actually gets static, but at the end of the day, at the end of the seconds, we end up in the money. All right, so that's just all you have to look if you're taking a trade for call option. I want to explain again. The number one thing you need to look at is the intersection of your both line. And if you are taking a trade for call option, make sure the green moving average, the green line must be below, while the red must be above it. Make sure see them heading up, and of course your parabolic SAR must start right from this position, and it must be going up so good. The dot line must be going up so very much good before you enter a trade. Of course, we are doing this for 1 minute, all right, and 30-second counter time frame. It's a 1 minute trade, 30-second counter time frame. All right, so that's pretty much all you have to look at if you are taking a trade for call option. All right, I'll be analyzing the market. So if I say a moment for what's it called, for put option, I'll come down again and explain in full details what you need to see before you enter that trade. All right, so I'll be analyzing the market again, and I'll come back if I see a good moment. Okay guys, I'm checking this out. All right, So what I'm actually checking out here, as you can see, our parabolic SAR is actually really up there, all right, heading down. So the both line actually closest to each other, but the only thing I'm looking at is the fact that if this candle right here actually dropped and I see the intersection good, okay, it seems it's gonna happen. Okay, it happens, so I'm gonna put a trade on that. All right, so the drop is very huge. Okay, I actually entered the trade right on this position. As you can see over here, the intersection just happened nearly, as you can see that, but right in that position, our parabolic ACR has been up for a while, coming down. All right, so if you're taking a trade for our call option, all you just have to look at is simple. Number one thing is the intersection of the both line, but this time you need to have your red below the green. You know, the other time we have our green below the red, but this time, since you are taking a trade for put option for down trade, we must have the red below the green. The green must be above it, but the both line must be heading up, heading down so good before you enter the trade. All right, it's very important. The number one thing is the intersection of the both line. The secondly, you need to be sure of your parabolic SIR dot line heading down, and of course, what's it called, you must have your red line below the green line heading down so well. So let's see. Okay, we get back the $400. I actually entered the trade late. All right, so but at least we still end up getting back the money we invested. All right, let me actually increase my balance to 500. So guys, I'll be analyzing the market. So when I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. A good one here, guys, I actually put in a 2 trade on that. So you can see what I actually see here is actually simple. The intersection just happened. If you can see it very well, the intersection just happened very good. Over here, our parabolic dot line is getting down so well. The reason why I actually put into a trade here, where I'm so confident to put in the 2 trade, is the fact that I see that the market is really dropping very huge. As you can see, this candle here is very, very strong. Not only that, we have a confirmation with our moving average that the market is will still be going down very good. The same thing happened with our parabolic. So I know that in a couple of moments, I'll be having a pull down in the market, which is very certain. So that's the reason why I'm so confident to put in a 2 trade on that. All right. So we have less than 16 seconds. I'm still in a very good time. So let's hope if you're going to end up in the money in a couple of few seconds. Okay, we have less than 8 seconds just now. And the market is still going down so good, right? Okay, we end up in the money. We end the money on that, guys. That's a very good one. So that's a very good one. So as you can see, guys, this is very simple. All you just have to look out is the fact that you need your both lines, all right, of the indicator to intersect. That's a major issue. Your moving average 2 lines must intersect. That's the number one thing. Your parabolic must also be heading down. If you are taking a trade for what's it called, put option, you must have your moving average red line below the green coming down. And if you're taking a trade for a call option, you must have the green below the red. That's just all you have to look at. All right, so right now I'll be analyzing again. I'll be taking a couple of few trade. I want to make this video as short as possible, but with a very full details. All right, so that's right. So I'll be taking maybe like 2 more trade and end the video so that I can actually take enough trade at the back end. I'll be analyzing, guys, now. So when I get a good moment, I'll come down and take a trade. Okay, guys, over here I actually put in a trade for what's it called, for call option. If you can see, the meeting of 2 line actually happened here before I enter the trade. The intersection actually happened. As you can see, it has grown, so which means that we'll be having a pull up in the market very soon, which is very certain. So right, as you can see, it has actually go up. That's just it. So over here, when I say that the intersection happened, and of course I confirmed it with my parabolic SAR that the market is really going up. So I know that in a couple of few seconds I'll be having a pull up in the market. So that's the reason why I actually enter this trade. All right, so guys, this is a very simple strategy, but very, very effective, especially if you're doing this on a very good market. It is a very powerful strategy, very simple but very effective. All right, so just make sure you follow all the guidelines I laid down on the video. Please just make sure you follow it, and I'm so sure that you'll be very profitable with this one. I'm very certain of that. All right, win the money on that. It's a very good one. So guys, I'll be taking my last trade. So I'll be analyzing the market again. So when I get the good moments, I'll enter the trade. All right. Okay guys, so over here I find a very good trade, a very good moment. As you can see, the intersection just happened. And why, the reason why I'm so confident on this one again is the fact that the market is already dropping very strong on the what's it called, the buy position. So I know that in a couple of few seconds I'll be having a very good pull down still on the market. So that's the reason why I'm actually into the trade. Intersection just nearly happened, and of course you can see our parabolic just start heading down. So I know that in a couple of few seconds the market will still be going down more. So that's the reason why I actually entered this trade. All right, so I actually put in a 2 trade on that. So okay, we have less than 20 seconds just now. So guys, let's wait and see if you're gonna end up in the money in a couple of few seconds. All right, so all you just have to look at, it's very simple. All right, another thing I need to mention that I never mentioned is the fact that always make sure that you enter the trade the moment the intersection happened. All right, so in the money on that, guys. So like what I'm saying is that always make sure that you enter the trade the moment the intersection happened. What I mean by that is that enter the trade like when you see your boat what's it called, the boat line, the moving average boat line actually intersect, make sure you enter the trade on the next candle if you're having a good position with the rest indicator, which is your parabolic indicator. All right, so do not enter the trade just because, don't enter the trade now to come down just because, as you can see, this has happened for like 1 2 3 4 for about a minute and 30 what's it called, 1 and 30 minutes ago. No, always make sure you give it at least what's it called, at least 30 seconds after the intersection happened. So when the intersection happened on this position, always make sure that you're entering you're taking your trade on the next candle to come down. All right, do not wait for a couple of indicator, do not wait for a couple of candles before you enter the trade. All right, so immediately your intersection happened, you see that the boat line actually intersected in a good position, you confirm that with your parabolic SAR, then put in the trade on the next candle. It's very important. All right, so guys, this is where I'm going to end up the video. I hope you like the video. Please, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my next upload. This is definitely going to be my last video this year, and I hope you guys have a wonderful year ahead. Happy New Year in advance, and I wish you guys a very good holiday. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said earlier on, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because I have a lot for you the year on January. And the January, I think my first video will be on my indicator. The indicator is already out, so I'll be putting it out for you guys to test out by January. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out the video. I love you guys, and I will see you next year.